Hello, Captains. It's me, TONIK TZW, here in the Tier 5 Premium British Destroyer, the Gallant. And this one was a stream highlight because I've got a dad's weekend coming up with Charlie, and so I needed to finish off my missions. And there were a couple of requests thrown into the live stream. I think it was Edward Jenner asked me to play with this commander, Scirocco, who I did buy and do a showcase video for somebody else that asked me what I thought about it. So I did use a little bit of the YouTube money and bought that commander. And I haven't used her a lot, but I decided to throw her on for this game. And yeah, we set a new personal damage record. It wasn't quite a personal XP record, but it didn't look like it was going to go our way. Tonight's live stream was very much a mixed bag of solid wins, of crushing defeats, and this one looked as though it was going to go exactly the same way. But eight games played, 4 wins, 4 defeats. A 50% win rate for the night, which is below my average. But I decide that at the start of this game, I do look across to the right-hand side and spot the Fubuki and realize that if he gets tangled up with a gunboat, he's not going to survive. There's also a kamikaze out here, which, as we all know, can be absolutely dangerous in the right hands. We'll tangle with him a little bit later in this game. We call for support for the Kami, and there's of course a carrier in the match. It seems to be that every single game there's a damn carrier in the match these days. But hey, the patch notes say that the Chuckle Brothers, the Chuckalov, is being nerfed slightly in the next update, which arrives on Monday. So make sure you get your PlayStation updated on Monday. In the UK, that normally starts around 7 a.m. and is generally finished by around, I think, 11 or 12 a.m., depending on what they need to do. Oh, we also had the pleasure of having none other than the Fresh Potato stop by the live stream the other day. Sorry, the live stream today. And also Spartan Elite 43 dropped by as well. I do go and watch Spartan streams. I watch the Fresh Potato. I watch Vaz Vegas. If I'm on at the right times and awake, I'll watch Durka as well as, obviously Jankonomics. Janks and I dropped in that game that I think I called Jank and Tonic the other week. So it's a pleasure to see these people out there. I've also killed Tommy Boy and had a little bit of assistance in getting rid of Meta Jerk a couple of weeks back as well. So it's not often that I come across these people who were misses. That's what she said. But yeah, it's nice to see familiar and famous faces. And of course, it's always nice to see everybody in on the stream as well. I have set up a Discord, which I'm going to put out the details. Needs a little bit of time to get it organized, but I am going to put the details out in the channel description. And then hopefully when we're doing a live stream, we can do some pickups and we can all jump in the Discord, which is way better than the game chat. But we've taken control of this cap. Red team have taken control of that cap. We've got a Calais out there. I can't remember what the other one is. It's a French battleship, I think. But is this Calais going to eat some torps? He has got massive torpedo damage reduction. I think it's 45%, something like that. It's crazy. But he did pick up speed. Otherwise, I think that would have been a dev strike. Instead, we only get a couple of torpedoes on him. And literally, this guy should have been dead. Not from me. I didn't necessarily want the kill, but we were watching for the damage control here. He stopped ticking, so we hit the guns, try to get a fire on him. We dropped detection, which means there is a destroyer out here, and there it is right in front of us. And we've got a Mackinson pushing in on this cap. He pushed in unsupported. Yes, I know I abandoned the cap and I came across to this side as red team flip Charlie cap as well. We are 3 ships down. This is not looking good for us this early in the game. I'm just going to get a little bit closer to the TV. Um, because we're only, I think that's 4 minutes into the game, 3 ships down, and I think it was the kamikaze picked up the double strike, and we're really, really having to lead these shots on this Jeopard to try and land some hits on them. My phone is going nuts in the background, and I know exactly who it is. So I'm looking forward to reading those messages in a little bit. But yeah, Mackinson goes out to the California, and I'm like, yeah, he's not going to come around that corner. He knows that I've been spotted around here. He knows that I'm likely waiting with torpedoes, but that Jeopard is burning. And yeah, that fire is my fire, and it is ticking. But you know what? I'm not going to get the kill on it. There we go. Giulio Cesare takes a cheap shot. You know, even though we've got the California there, even though we've got that other battleship there, he takes a cheap shot at the DD and takes it off the map. And we're looking here. There we go. It's a Cavor. What do we do with the torpedoes here? We put one set to the corner just in case the Cali decides to back out. And then we're going to pull a 180. Now, as you all know, I watch the minimap as I play, and here we see that something has pushed into Bravo Cap, and I know there are 2 destroyers out here. I think one is the Mayan and the other one is the Kamikaze, and whichever one it is, I'm going to have to get myself into a fight. This battleship is run away. He's getting absolutely trounced on, and there's a good chance that sailing around the corner of this island, any torpedoes that are aimed at him are going to come straight for me. The carrier is coming in as well. That California is still not dead. I couldn't believe it. I'm thinking, somebody just get rid of that ship, because even if he's got 1 hit point, he can still do 100% of his damage with his guns. And there we go. Ismail picks up the kill on the California, but the carrier kills our Ismail. I'm spotted. So looking at my range ring, there we go. We're going towards danger. Here it comes, Kamikaze. 6 torpedoes, 3 lots of 2. I'm hoping I can knock out his torpedo launchers. He goes guns on me first, hoping for a fire, but potentially, and a damage control. We are going to stay on guns. There's the first set of torpedoes. I know he's still got 2 more sets. I'm close enough to detect those. The second that they're launched, I take a solid hit. Has he got any more torpedoes left? Are they coming out at me? Is he going to get a chance? Slowing down there saved us. We take the kill on the Cami. The Cavor has sailed out of the cap, and now he seems to be in a little bit of trouble. I shouldn't have turned broadside here. I should have stayed skinny. And if his guns had been pointing all in my direction, which is the reason I'm heading in the opposite direction now, is because he would have to turn his turrets, and the time it's going to take him to turn his turrets hopefully means that I can go dark. But we lose our carrier to the other destroyer. That isn't great. Now look at this. We are literally 500 points down. Yo, that is a huge deficit. We're halfway through the game. We're 500 points down. Red team are 300 points from victory. And when they control all 3 caps, that is not going to take long at all, especially when it is also 5 ships, plays 3, and they still have a carrier in the game. Now, what I didn't realize, and if you want to watch this video with the live audio of the game, it's the very last match on the live stream from today, which was Thursday, the 23rd of January. Camo has damage controlled. We're going to try and get a fire on him, and we're going to push across the B cap, because caps are king, and that is the only way I think that we are going to try and recover from this game. But the Camo there sails out broadside. The Julio picks up a kill. Yeah, he did the work for that one. He sat and waited for it, but he's being hunted down by red team's destroyer. How is that going to end? I initially think, should I turn round? Should I get across there? But I haven't got an engine boost available. And if we're going to have any chance of winning this game, it is going to come down to the capture points. And as I was saying earlier, I didn't realize that we still had another destroyer in this game because he was right in the bottom corner of the map. And he's obviously just gone chasing after the aircraft carrier after he took B cap. I didn't actually keep an eye on the minimap to see what he was doing, but we put some torpedoes there across the corner because there is a shadow of a ship there on Charlie cap. And I'm thinking, which way is he going to come round? If I get contested, I know he's coming round behind me. We see that spotter plane go up, and I did call that on the live stream and said, spotter planes do not spot anymore. All it's going to do is give away your location because that flies in a circle around your ship. And I'm watching this spotted plane. It's gone from the left side of the screen. It's going up to the right. So that battleship or cruiser, there we go, is going to come around the corner in front of us. And I'm thinking, okay, the Fubuki is nearly on to Charlie Cap. The Queen Elizabeth has pulled out. It looks like they're slowing down. And I'm thinking, are they going to turn into this cap and want this cap back? Is the Giulio Cesare absolutely twonks that Jaguar with a dev strike? And I honestly can't believe my luck here because the carrier has just come round the corner too. That battleship has no way of catching that Fubuki, you'd think. Let's just wait a little while, shall we, for that one? But we've got two cabs. Queen Elizabeth knows there's a destroyer here. He's got the carrier. Carrier should be using Skippy bombers on me, don't you think? But my only option is to turn into him, which would be going closer to that Queen Elizabeth. Torpedoes are running. We're looking at what's going on. Carrier is going away from us at an angle, but the Queen Elizabeth is coming forward. There we go. Serov is moving at speed. Here we go. Are we going to get a torpedo on? Yes, we do. We get a torpedo. We get no floods. So what are we going to do now? We're going to dope in a smoke hit. We're going to slam the engines in reverse, hit the smoke screen. Now we're going to see if we can get a fire onto this Queen Elizabeth because the torpedoes are running. The battleship takes an amazing shot at the Serov, just fails to dev strike it, and we get a cheap kill. He is going to be so annoyed at me for that one, and you'll see why in the results. But look at the dispersion on those torpedoes. It's absolutely awful. But we've got a fire on there. He knows the torpedoes are coming. He's not going to damage control that one until such time as the torpedoes hit. He's still hitting, ticking as we pick up a high caliber. And I thought that is going to be kill number 3. But no, the Giulio Cesare repays us the favour for our kill on the carrier by taking the kill on the QE. It was a Queen Elizabeth, wasn't it? So now we have gone from 500 points down to literally being 100 points ahead in the space of what we're halfway through the game on 7.5 minutes. We've pulled it back with within 5 minutes, which is absolutely crazy to flip a game from 500 points down to having the lead within 5 minutes. We've gone from, 3 ships to 5 to 3 ships to 1. I've already broken my personal damage record here because it was 109,000. We're already 10,000 past that. This battleship is still a long way away. And I was looking at what this Cami was doing, and he's literally being held together by seaweed barnacles and rust. He has absolutely no reason to sit inside that capture point, and the saving grace here is that we have enough points lead now that even if he dies, that we control the capture points and it will continue to tick up. There is just about 1.5 minutes on the clock. This Fubuki did not need to be where he was. He got greedy for a kill. He could have been outflanked on the position, use his little 9-torp mini waller skill, and he could have had that kill and all the damage that goes with it. But instead, he sat here camping behind this little island, waiting for this ship to get closer. And I was saying, this Texas, if he hasn't got high explosive loaded, then, he shouldn't be in this game. But shots out there from the Julio, shots out from me. Very, very floaty shells here, not quite getting them on. But this Texas is looking for the Fubuki. The Fubuki pulls out, looks like he launches his torps, but the Texas is going to put shots on him and he's going to knock that Fubuki out of the game. Absolutely no reason to be there. So be aware of what's going on, people. Yes, we might not potentially be able to lose the game from there, but you missed a perfect opportunity for a dev strike by being in absolutely the wrong position. You did not play to the strengths of your ship, Fubuki. Your strengths are your torpedo reload and your concealment. But here we go. Texas gets spotted. The clock is ticking down. We've got about half of our hit points left. So what's the Texas going to do? He's going to turn out. He's now decided to load high explosive, but the game is over. We get a cap reset. There you go, 126 and a quarter thousand damage, 2 kills, 2 fistings, a high caliber, 2 solo caps, 4 resets, 9 torpedo hits, a few gun hits there, and 3,417 base XP, which is pretty much, we'll say it, 1,000. But there we go, Julio Cesare ends on 4 kills. That Serov would have been a cracking for him, so I am sorry for that one. But you did take a cheap kill of that Jaguar away from me earlier on. Otherwise, potentially, it could have been me on 4 kills at the end of the game. So, I hope you've enjoyed that one. It was nice to showcase a ship and commander build for somebody in the game. So, thank you for asking. Don't forget, smash that like button, leave me a comment. Let me know if you want me to play a ship, and subscribe if you haven't done so. And as always, until next time, take care of yourselves, and goodbye.